Isn't that a problem that every guy faces, is when your joystick jiggles, sometimes you go in the other direction? So, Ladybug is a game that for some reason, I was looking at it, I don't think I've ever seen this game before, but I know I've seen, this might be a Mandela thing, but I know I've seen, okay, so, alright, so these things, alright, so the pink things, okay, so these are doors, so I can make passages for myself, or, okay. Obviously, like a Pac-Man meets, what's the lock, is it Lock and Chase or something? Just, okay. That is not like Pac-Man. But if you'll notice, I have Boomer Dadded this. I'm gonna make Boomer Dad a verb. I have Boomer Dadded this. For some reason, I feel like this could be a lot easier. And oh, okay. So they can switch it too. So I can switch it on them, but they can switch it on me. And now, I was thinking that this is really cool, but now I can see how you can sort of screw yourself. And I wonder who gets the tie. Okay, I see. So you can kind of. All right, there's something kind of clever about this. He says as he dies. So let's get into his Ladybug. It's like I said, this might be a Mandela thing, because I remember I recognize the you know what I bet it was? I bet Ladybug was a port, like on the Atari or Coleco or something early on. One of those later games, you know, like the was it 20th Century Fox, I think, came out with game like Alien and all that stuff. Some of that stuff was almost like, it almost kind of felt been there, done that, because when you were in the middle of the, I guess what they call the video game meltdown, or whatever they want to call it, you could call it, just watch an episode of Boomer Dad and just pretend it's 1983. What am I, oh, is that a thing that I've got to get there? There we go. So I'm done, right? Alright. Okay. So I'm not sure. So I think that's what it is. I think that's what it is I never saw this as a video game. I didn't see the year for it. But I didn't see this as a video game. Uh-oh. I didn't see this as a video game because it was during that time that I really wasn't in arcades. Really, probably from, I was in arcades when I was in college, so but probably for a few years there, and in the video game world, even today, a couple of years is forever, right? So I was sort of not an arcade person. I would say for like maybe the first couple years of my marriage. Right after I got married, we had our son, and then we moved. And then I'm life of dumbass here. I don't even know why I'm telling you all this stuff. But, oh, the arcade stuff. Okay, so, yeah, so probably I would say 1991, because when I first moved to LA, I went to an arcade for a while. That's where I discovered Cyberball, was in Los Angeles. Discovered Cyberball in Los Angeles, discovered Punch-Out, and Discs of Tron in college at a pizzeria, and then other games in the other college even though I Boomer Dadded this, I still, let's just be over. Okay, we're gonna play that again, because I'm in the middle of some story here, I think. So then we had our son Robin. Well, Christopher. He goes by Christopher. We call him Robin. We call him by his middle name. Anyway, so we had our son, and then we moved. And so when we moved to Dolores, Colorado. And I'm still not sure Dolores exists. But anyway, so we moved to Dolores, Colorado. This would be a lot more fun if they couldn't move these. I think like in Lock and Chase. Is it Lock and Chase? So we moved to Dolores, Colorado, and there was no arcade there. We didn't even have a television. And I taught school. We moved there. We lived there for like 4 months. And I had thought that I wanted to become a teacher because I went to LA because I wanted to be an actor and famous and all that stuff, and then I decided I didn't want to be famous anymore. Had my son, didn't want to raise him in LA, and my wife and I left and went to Dolores, Colorado. I literally population, like I think at that time like 600 or 700. Really interesting time. Nothing bad about Dolores. Dolores at that time. This was 30 years ago. But so we moved to Dolores, Colorado. I won't get into why. But we moved to gulping things. So we moved to Dolores, Colorado. So from like mid 1991 maybe till so like for a couple years there in the very early 90s, I didn't have a console or anything, and I still really don't play a console that much. I have a PlayStation 2. Oh, I see. I slung him up. Maybe they can't. You know what? I think I got killed once because I thought that they could switch these things over, and maybe they can't switch them over. I've got a feeling one of the strategies is to get all this stuff, and you stop too. Like you don't go all the way. Like the Pac-Man mechanic, you go all the way to the. You just go all the way. Whoops. Going all the way with Pac-Man! Speaking of going all the way with Pac-Man, Pac-Man was originally called Puck-Man, and then you can imagine what the American kids did with that marquee, a Puck-Man. I don't think it was American kids. I think by the time it got to America, they had already changed that, but... Ow! That sucked. What is it about the... Did I get past the first one? I don't think I even finished the story. All right, so quick. Okay, well, I'll play a little bit. So we moved to Colorado, nothing there. We moved to Ithaca, New York, and lived in Ithaca for a year. That's where I grew up. And we were in Ithaca for a year, and in that time, we had our second child, Michelle. And then we moved to Texas. So when we were in New, I still didn't have a console, and that's when I discovered NBA Jam. All right, so NBA Jam because it was at the PNC at the grocery store, right down the street from where we lived when we lived here in Ithaca the first time. And then we moved to Texas, and when I went to Texas, that's when I got my Sega Genesis, and that's when I sort of got back into consoles. But it was just I've always been just sort of like a 1 or 2 game guy, so to speak. I'm a one game guy. I can't wait to play with a 1 game man. And I'm supposed to be doing this to get shorts. And I don't even think I'm getting any shorts out of this. So let me get this. And I think I was supposed to... Wow! Come on! How did I just not die there, but watch me die anyway? All I needed was this. All I want for Christmas is my 2 front teeth. And I still haven't finished my story. Okay. So I went to Texas, got a Genesis, got a football game. Oh, that God, and now I'm all confused because now I'm scarfing down skulls when I should be scarfing down whatever these T things are. I should be scarfing down T-bills. T-bills. Yes, I should be scarfing down T-bills. Oh, listen to me. So one mechanic about this game that does make me a little bit nuts, not that I'm reviewing the game, but like with Pac-Man, when you let go, you go all the way to the end, right? You're not going all the way to the end. I'm letting go right now, and I don't go all the way to the end. In fact, if my joystick jiggles, I start facing the other direction. Isn't that something that every guy faces? Isn't that a problem that every guy faces? Is when your joystick jiggles, sometimes you go in the other direction? Oh my God. That was still G-rated, but it did involve actual body part, discussions. Okay, well, we now return you to a regularly scheduled mental patient who still, have I finished my story? I think I did. So anyway, no, I didn't finish my story. So then once my kids got older, especially my son, they got into, I always had a computer because I've always been into computers, and I was doing stuff like, there we go! Is that level 2? Did I get to the level 2? No, right? See, I almost did it again. I almost chomped on one of those damn skulls. I got a feeling you gotta get, if I get all, do the skulls go away once I get all of these heart things? Shit. Oh, they can run into the skulls. These guys can run into the skulls. So I could like, can I bait him into the... Look at that! I could bait him into a skull! Excuse me, sir. Could I interest you in a skull today? It will only kill you a little bit. Hey, that was a pretty smooth lie. I could run for Congress or for my life once, if anybody in Congress sees this. Alright, so this is this seems to be more like lock and load or lock and chase. Lock and chase meets see, because I can do this and then I can sneak out here. See, now that I'm actually sort of kind of figuring this out, watch, now I'm gonna fuck it up and I'm gonna die. There we go. Look, I think I'm kind of figuring this out, right? A little bit. As he looks down at his monitor to make sure that he's on the right, now that he's, 10 minutes into a video. Idiot. But that's okay. My wife loves idiots. Well, at least one. Okay, so I can... Yeah, I'm actually kind of... See, now I'm liking this a little bit. And I don't usually like these kind of puzzle, mazy sort of games. Maybe it's once you become an old fart, you get too close to the fun stuff, and you don't get fun. I don't know. There was a naughty word in there somewhere. Anyway, I think we're done with Ladybug. Ladybug. That makes me want to go watch Under Tuscan Sun, right? Ladybugs. All right. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it. Please leave a comment, and you have a fantastic day.